Good morning, students. I'm your science teacher, and this is video part 2 of this chapter, that is chapter 12, friction. So in the previous video part, we have already discussed about that what is friction, types of friction, static friction, sliding friction, and rolling friction. So today we'll talk about factors affecting friction. So, students, nature friction depends upon two factors. They are nature of the surfaces in contact, the smoothness of the surfaces, how hard the surface pressed together. Friction is less on the smooth surface, and friction is more on the rough surface. Right. So, students, we can say that these since friction is a what contact force, right? It depends on the properties of the surface in contact. So in general it is affected by the types of surfaces, surface area of an object, mass of an object, state of motion of an object, right? So we can say that this friction is caused by the irregularities on the two surfaces in contact. Okay, so even those surfaces which appear very smooth, but microscopic view show all these irregularities, and the irregularities of two surfaces get interlocked. Now we have to apply force to remove the interlocking, right? So the force of friction is greater if a rough surface is involved. Now friction force will increase with increase in weight. For example, student, it is easier to dragging a mat when nobody is sitting on it, right, than a person is sitting on it, because the strength of friction increases with increase in weight. And rougher surfaces strength offers more force of friction. Okay, we can say that nature, if you talk about the nature of surface of friction, we can say that different that if it is smooth surface, then there will be less friction, and if it is rough surface, then different there will be what greater friction, right? And if we say that friction when object is pressed hard, so student, greater pressing force means greater friction, right? And if we talk about the friction according to mass of object system, we can say that if greater mass, then the greater friction, right? So we can say that this friction is independent of the area of contact, and friction depends on how hard the two surfaces press together, right? So this is what actually is that factors affecting friction. Now students, if you talk about the motion of an object, students, if we talk about that, it is easier to move an object already in motion than an object in at rest, right? And student, once it starts moving, the force required to keep it moving is less. Now the next topic, that is friction is sometimes useful. See students, if we talk about friction, so it is useful for many of our daily activities, right? It help us in walking, it help us in moving vehicles, it help us to write, it help us to light fire, to make furniture. Okay, so it is sometimes useful for us. So it is possible to hold a tumbler due to friction between the hand and the tumbler. Now friction between the feet and ground help us to walk on the ground. It is possible to write when a pen or pencil on a paper due to friction between the pen or pencil and the paper. And it is possible to write on a blackboard due to the friction between the chalk and blackboard. And friction between the tires and the road helps automobiles to move on roads. And friction between the bricks helps in the construction of buildings, right? So students, we can say that if we talk about this advantages, so we can say that student, that this frictional force is necessary for various purposes in our daily lives, right? Like it allows us to walk on the earth surface, it allows us to write with a pen on the surface or a paper, it allows us to fix a nail in the wall. And a moving object would never be able to come to the state of rest without the frictional force. And it would not be able to it will not be possible to drive any automobiles on the road without the frictional force. So it would not be possible to construct any buildings without the frictional force, right? So these are students, some useful points of this friction. Now the next topic, that is friction is sometimes undesirable. So students, if we talk about this, see this friction, student, this friction always produces heat. It also involves constant rubbing of surfaces which damage the surfaces, right? So there are some disadvantages also, of this friction, and that is soles of shoes wear out due to friction, tires of bicycle and automobiles wear out due to friction, steps of staircases and foot over bridges in railway stations wear out of due to friction, knives and razors lose their sharp edges due to friction. So student, we can say that student, these frictional force results in wear and tear of objects, right? So such as the moving parts of a machine, the tires of a vehicle, soles of the shoes, etc. Okay, and it also student result in the production of heat. In the case of machines, the production of heat leads to wastage of energy, right? And the frictional force also leads to a decrease in the speed of a moving object, or sometimes stops it. Okay, so it can lead to noise pollution in certain cases. Now for instance student, this aircraft produce loud sound due to the resistance of the air. Okay, so students, we can say that this friction student, it is a necessary evil, right? Now why it is considered this student, that as friction is advantageous to us student, that it is considered as a friend but due to its disadvantages student, it is a foe. Now student, depending upon the circumstances, this friction can be a help or a hindrance. Okay, so thus it is a what, necessary evil. So that's all for today students. I hope you all have understood, and the next video part we are going next topic we are going to discuss in our next video part. Thank you.